What's up, everyone? I am filming from my game room again. It has been a while since I filmed in here. I thought a change of scenery would be nice for you guys. This would usually be a garage sale pickups video, but it is not because I did not go garage sailing today. We have a cold front moving in, and it rained this morning. It's actually going to get down into the 30s. I know if you're not a Floridian, that sounds like hot weather, but for us, when our average is like 80 to 90 degrees all year long, somewhere in the 30 to 50 range is pretty damn chilly. So don't yell at me. It's chilly for Florida. But anyways, do not go garage selling. It doesn't really matter because this pickup is pretty incredible. This is something that has been in the making for about 7 months now. Probably one of the longest deals I've ever tried to put together. And it has a really interesting story to it. I want to also do a random game giveaway. Even though this isn't a garage sale pickups video, I'll still do a game giveaway. And that'll be, I don't know, somewhere thrown in this video in the mix of all these boxes and stuff. So to get started with this story, like I said, about 7 months ago or so, a friend of mine, Ryan, had mentioned to me that he was thinking of getting rid of all of his Super Nintendo boxes and manuals. He was just going to focus on the carts only, hang on to those. This had happened in the past with him, with his Nintendo games and boxes. I purchased, I don't even remember, it wasn't a huge amount, it was maybe like 25 or so Nintendo boxes and manuals from him. Some really good ones, like all the Mega Man games, Jetsons was in there, and he kept all the games though. Well, at that time, 7 months ago, he was just sort of thinking about it. Over the course of the past 7 months, there were quite a few times where we were going to meet up, and he kind of backed out at the last moment. We were trying to figure out, well, is it going to be all cash? Is it going to be cash and part trade? And he just quite couldn't make up his mind. And he knows I'm going to be telling this story because he says, oh, I can't wait to see you, mention all this in a video because he knows he put me through the fucking ringer to try to get all these boxes from him. But it finally happened. Obviously, it happened. After going back and forth for a long time and just trying to figure out what he really wanted to do and if he wanted to get rid of them. I'm a patient guy. I'm nice. I don't want to blow anyone off, So I was like, hey, whenever you're sure, let me know and we can make this happen. He contacted me. He said, all right, let's do this. He needed money to go towards, he's going to be getting like a new place, a new house, so this was the time to do it. So I'm going to show them to you in a couple different groups. The first one is all boxes and manuals that I had like a loose cart for, like in my for sale or trade stuff, and I just threw them into these, so these are all now complete in box copies. These aren't ones that I needed for my collection. These are just ones I have now made complete. It was, oh, by the way, it was a all or nothing kind of deal. I couldn't just get the ones I needed for my collection. I couldn't just get like the super, super rare expensive ones. I had to get them all. There was 95 in total. We have Killer Instinct. This is complete with the music CD that's in there. Kirby Superstar. Super Metroid. If there's one that like highlight or tell you a little story about or something, I will. Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Actually, I got a complete in box copy as a Christmas present of this one last year from my friend G.I. Joe Tony. So thank you, Tony. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. You got Mega Man X. Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 2. These did not have like the extra like maps and stuff in it. These were just the boxes and the manuals. Most of these games had at least the manual. Some even had more. Some had like a Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. That one had its like poster inside. Yeah, it's a Yoshi's Island, Super Mario All-Stars, Secret of Evermore. I think that one did have both of its little like monster guide and everything in it, and A Link to the Past. This one just had the like map and the manual in there. I'm going to go ahead and do the random game giveaway now. Of course, I have to have Mr. Tickle and Snagglefruits here to help out. I'm going to put Mr. Tickle in my mouth and beat him against Snagglefruits to do the drum roll. So here we go. The winner of this week's random game on whatever system they want is... He tastes gross. SSB Peridot, congratulations. Thank you for watching. Please send me a personal message either here on YouTube or preferably the Facebook fan page. The link to that is in the About section down below. Let me know what system you want your random game to be on and your mailing address, and I'll have that sent out to you in the near future. Just to mention, all past prizes just got mailed out yesterday, so look for those in the mail coming up soon. And guess what? There is a game giveaway starting right now. All you have to do is be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave that comment down below. Comment can be about whatever, but since we're talking about boxes and obviously cover art and that kind of thing, what is your favorite cover art of all time? Some of your favorite art from, different games in the past. For me, some of mine would have been like the European releases of some Resident Evil games. I think like Resident Evil 4, the cover art for that was really creepy with just like the silhouette of woods in the background. But anyways, there's your suggestion. Your comment can be about whatever, it doesn't matter. Just be subscribed, thumbs up this video, leave a comment down below. That is how you enter. You have until 11:59 Eastern Standard Time this coming Friday night, and the winner is always announced in the following pickups video, showing you shit video, basically. All right, back to the boxes and things. I was going to mention that I'm not going to mention the exact price of how much I paid for all of this. It wasn't $1 a box, but I'm not sure if Ryan wanted me to mention that or not. Either way, it made it well worth it, and it made some of the more expensive ones, like Mega Man X2, X3, and Mega Man 7, to be well worth it. Basically the prices of these were not even close to what they have been, buying them separately. So, now this had the manual with it. Very rough shape though. This did not have the manual, X3 didn't, and Mega Man 7 did have the manual, pretty rough, but it was mainly the cover was really rough, had a rental sticker on it, and like there was codes written in the back. I'm going to try to see if I can do some of my like surgery on a manual and maybe erase some of those codes. Some of them are written in pencil, some are in pen. I actually did a video a long time ago on the channel about like game repairs, and a lot of it was more of just trying to like bring your boxes and manual and stuff back to life. I think there's a playlist on my channel that you can find that has like that and some garage sale hunting tips and stuff in it, so go check that out. We have Rock and Roll Racing, a game that I have never had. I have never come across a copy of Rock and Roll Racing. It has sweet music from Black Sabbath, like Paranoid, and from the band Steppenwolf. You kids have no fucking idea who that is. Born to be Wild. We have, this is one, I'll mention ones I'm going to keep for myself and like my collection. I don't have this, Ghoul Patrol. This is the box and manual. There is a rental, like, scanner SKU sticker on the front. I can probably get that off. I already tried peeling a little bit, and it seems like it will. Just blast it with a Katie's hairdryer. And there's actually 2 actual games in this lot of stuff, and it's because they're sealed copies, and he wasn't going to rip them open just to keep the card out of them. So we have Kirby's Avalanche is one of the actual like sealed games that's in here. We have Super Bomberman 2, Total Carnage. I seem to get a box copy of this game like once every 4 or 5 months. I've had quite a few complete box copies of that. Looney Tunes B-Ball, which surprisingly, from what I hear, this is a pretty decent basketball game on the Super Nintendo. Game I've never come across, I've never played myself. Doom Troopers has a bit of like sun fading, as you can see right there on the cover. I think that's just the box. Double Dragon 5, I remember when this originally came out, I was like, yeah, a new Double Dragon game. No, it's not. It's a freaking fighting game, and it's not very good. So this game always bummed me out. Every time I see it, I just see Double Dragon, and I'm like, it's gotta be good. Nope, it's Double Dragon 5. Damn it. Bronchi, the Bronchiosaurus. This is one of those games that teaches kids about like health issues and stuff. The Bronchiosaurus has bronchitis. A lot of bleh there. My tongue's getting all tied. But Bronchiosaurus with bronchitis, and his name's Bronchi. We have the other ones on there. There's Packy and Milan. There's an elephant game on Super Nintendo. Captain Novolin. There's quite a few of those like health games. Breath of Fire 2. This one I did not have. Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. A pretty uncommon game in its own right, but to find box and manual, very uncommon. The first Joe and Mac, a little rough. It has a number written right there. Maybe be able to get some of that off, but it's kind of a dangerous territory to try to remove writing on the front of a box. I might try like the Expo marker trick on that. If you don't know what that is, take an Expo marker and you write over like Sharpie writing, and then you wipe it off fairly quick, and it removes the Sharpie writing, but it'll also remove probably the ink from the box there. Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. We have Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, Earthworm Jim 1 and 2, and 90% of these boxes are all in very, very nice shape. Only a few were a little rough. This is a game that I thought I had in my collection. It turns out I don't. The original The Lost Vikings, and I believe Jeremy actually has a copy of this, so I think we're going to do a deal, and I might try to get the cart from him on that one. We have Lufia 2, Contra 3, The Alien Wars. This is the assembled in Mexico version, one of the Majesco versions where it's like they made them in Japan first, and then like later on like Majesco released a bunch of games, and they come with like black and white manuals, and like the label on the cart is a crappier material. It's just basically like bare paper with ink on it. It doesn't have that glossy coating over it. But this box and manual is like the Majesco assembled in Mexico version. Different from Made in Mexico. Made in Mexico is usually the cart still looks really nice. The manuals are still in color. Assembled in Mexico is a different thing. Lost Vikings 2. This is one I did not have. I did just get a cart for this recently, and it is probably one of the rarest ones in this collection for sure, and it does have the manual in here. Incantation, so definitely hanging on to that one. We have Illusion of Gaia. I have this actually factory sealed in my collection. We have Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow. A fully complete Chrono Trigger, not the game obviously, but all the extra paperwork. My copy only had the manual in it, so I will be keeping the extra stuff out of there. F-Zero, fucking player's choice of this, is one of the most common, like, sealed Super Nintendo games. For a while, you could get it factory sealed for like $20, maybe a little bit more. Now it's gone up maybe a teeny bit from that. Super Castlevania 4. Castlevania 4 is actually another game that has both the Made in Japan and assembled in Mexico versions. This is a Mexican one with the black and white manual. If you're a hardcore collector, you're probably going to want the nicer Made in Japan full-color manual with the glossy label on the cart. I do collect variants, so I collect like both versions. We have Super Mario Beep Beep. Next is Ultima, the Black Gate. Some of these are going to be a little bit more common. Paperboy 2. Super Mario RPG. A very nice one, very beautiful game. This one definitely not common. I wish the box was in a little bit better shape. It's kind of wavy from moisture damage. It does have the manual in there too. Super Noah's Ark 3D was put out by Wisdom Tree. They did a lot of releases on the original Nintendo, religious games, and pretty sure that back obviously when Super Nintendo was around, this is the only unlicensed game that came out at that time. Then we have Super Empire Strikes Back. ActRaiser, the first one. We got X-Men. Like I said, this stack had quite a few more common ones. Mech Warrior. Super Smash TV. We got Super Star Wars. Super Punch-Out. Battletoads Double Dragon. Donkey Kong Trace. Wolverine Adamantium Rage. Stone Protectors, the frickin' troll game. I don't have a cart of this. If anyone has a loose cartridge of this and they're looking to maybe do a trade or a sale, let me know. I might say that a couple more times in this video, so keep your ears open. We have Donkey Kong Country Original. One I did not have for my personal collection, and it has everything in it. Ogre Battle. This box, every time I see it, I love it. It's just such a unique box, and I wish more like the Super Nintendo games, or honestly, from original Nintendo to N64, had like unique boxes like this. RoboCop versus Terminator, the really cool, like, three-dimensional, black, hard plastic on the back. It's like a cardboard, box that it fits over. It does have like a rental sticker on there, but should be able to get rid of that fairly easily. No manual with that one. I don't. From what Ryan was telling me, like I don't know if I've ever actually had the manual in my hands for this game, especially at the same time as having the box. But he said that the manual seemed like it was too big for the box. Like he wasn't sure how it would have really originally come. If you know, leave a comment down below. If it like was maybe just stuck on the back and then like shrink wrapped that way, I don't know. But the way the box closes, it seems like the manual really couldn't fit inside without damaging it. Spanky's Quest. Sunset Riders, another one I needed for my collection. Plock, yeah, like looks like clay figurine platformer game. We got Super Bonk. Actually, I sold him this game, Justice League Task Force. He actually bought this box and game from me. The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. We have, this is actually a very rare box, and I've mentioned it to people sometimes. They go, what, that is? Super Mario World. It's actually very, very hard to find. This is the Player's Choice version. There actually is a non-Player's Choice version of this as well, which is even harder to get. But this, like, complete in box is like $100+ game. Obviously, Mario World by itself isn't. But I barely ever see a Player's Choice cart of Mario World even. So, actually, I don't have a Player's Choice cart for Mario World at the moment. So if you have a nice condition one, please let me know. We have Street Fighter Alpha 2. Aladdin. I actually need that for my collection. Star Fox. Spider-Man. Musia, which with the subtitle, The Classic Japanese Tale of Horror. This box is probably one of the worst ones in the sense of condition. It's kind of crushed in a little bit, but it's all still there. There's no like tears or holes in it. All right, this is the last stack of boxes. We have the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Mario's Early Years Preschool Fun. Unless you're like 3 or 4 years old, this is not going to be a fun game for you to play, but the box and manual is actually pretty uncommon. About a year and a half, 2 years ago, I found at a garage sale a box that had a few of these factory sealed, a few of Mario's Fun with Numbers sealed, mixed with a few other games, and those went for a pretty penny. They were, they're not cheap sealed. It took a while to find people that wanted them for like their complete sealed collection or whatever, but they did go for a decent amount. Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Oh, I picked them up. They're like $7 or $8 a piece that I got them for sealed. We have Original Breath of Fire. This game was like a year, maybe a year and a half ago, was not worth a whole lot, and then in like 2016 it sure shot up in price. The Adventures of Batman and Robin, and this does have the manual in there as well. If you have a copy of this and you're looking to maybe do a trade or a sale, let me know, because I don't have a cart to go in there. We have Biker Mice from Mars. The Flintstones, The Treasure of Sierra Mad Rock. And the Jetsons, Invasion of the Planet Pirates. I got the carts for both of these from my good friends, Bad Graphics Gamers. They actually put up a new episode of their show just like a week ago at the most, and it was from Too Many Games last year, and I'm in it! So go check it out. I'll actually put the link to their channel in the About section down below. But yeah, go check that out. It's pretty funny. It's part 1. I'll be in the second part, I'm assuming, as well. We have Secret of Mana complete. A few of the, actually, all the Ren and Stimpy ones. Ren and Stimpy Vidiots. We have Buckaroos and Fire Dogs. This one was rental exclusive, and even says right on the cover, rental exclusive only, man. None of those, unfortunately, had the manuals, though. Little side story. He got most of these these boxes from a guy out in California who, I guess, owned a rental store at one time, and then was getting rid of all of these, and he bought them from him in lots, you know, like 10 here, 10 there, and got deals on them that way. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. We've got Super Double Dragon. Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys. This is the other actual game that was in this. This is factory sealed. Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems. Pretty damn good one to have sealed there. In the sense of value. Not in the sense of wanting to play it, because it's fucking sealed. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. We're coming down the last few. We're going to end with a bang. We have Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. Got SWAT Cats, very uncommon one there. Kirby's Dream Land 3, and the last two. Oh, by the way, I needed Kirby's Dream Land 3. I needed SWAT Cats for my collection. These I both also needed the boxes of manuals for my collection. Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel, and Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. One of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo, for sure. Very cool little kind of like top-down view platformer. If you like something like Pocky and Rocky, just a really good game, really fun game. And then Zero Kamikaze Squirrel, another pretty solid game. But that is it, everyone. Thank you for watching. I know this is a little bit different if you're not a fan of Super Nintendo games, then hey, this probably sucked for you and you're probably not watching right now. But either way, if you stuck to the end, don't forget, be subscribed, thumbs up this video, leave a comment down below to enter the random game giveaway. And there will be a Video Game Sellers episode coming in the near future. For sure, when Alpha Mega Sin and Dave from D-Dave come back down in a couple weeks, I'll do one then for sure, maybe before then, but keep an eye out for that. I love you all. Talk to you later. Peace.